Yes, sir. We are back with another edition of Fast Break Bets. Presented by BettingPros. You know me, no voice, no guys. Me, really real, villain real, Terrell Furman Jr. here at your service. Where's the button at? Okay. Despite the technical difficulties of me not being able to find the button on my drop board today, very, very annoyed. So annoyed how yesterday turned out. Pull the recap slide. All right. So we didn't hit the Hornets or the Magic over 240.5. There was 129 points in the first half. Guys, 129 points in the first half. I'm going to crash out. I'm going to legitimately crash out. 129 points in the first half. And they didn't get to 240.5. I mean, the total completely died in the second half. Shout out to Charlotte for looking like they were the team on the second half of back-to-back. But, I mean, both teams, the scoring just completely slowed to a halt in the second half. Hornets in that third quarter started to play actually some pretty solid defense and give themselves a chance back in that game. All right. And then the Heat, they had a lead. They were hanging around. Like, they were battling, and it came down to the end. Wemby went 1 of 2 from the line to push us, but if you went 2 for 2, it would have lost, and I would have lost money. At least I got it back. And there's some people out there that I think got like 6.5s on the Heat. Like, I saw the Heat line. It was up and down. It was 5.5. It was 6.5. So if you got a 6.5 and you won the bet, congratulations to you. If you got a 6 and you pushed, well, all right. And if you got a 5.5 and you didn't get anything, I am so sorry. But I'm still going to take the Heat as a dog in the future, for sure. All right. Let's see. What do we have to talk about today? I have 3 bets to give out. I would love to sweep this episode and to put myself up on the week. I've gone over these a number of times, and I think we're good. But first, I have to make sure that I remind everybody about the BettingPros app. If you have not already, make sure you go get that BettingPros app. It tracks your bets, keeps you accountable, and you can level up by downloading it right now. With the Sportsbook Sync, you can automatically track your bets across all major sportsbooks in one spot, plus easily monitor your bet performance. And if you want BettingPros Premium, where you can get all of our extra stuff, everything, you can get BettingPros Premium for 6 months. Just claim the offer by going to bettingpros.com/premium and making a deposit at a partner sportsbook and place your wager. That's all you got to do. Just head over there, bettingpros.com/premium, to get 6 months free. All you got to do is make a deposit at a partner sports book. All right. Who do we want to start with here today? We've got the Cleveland Cavaliers welcoming the Toronto Raptors to town. Cleveland's laying 6.5. 239.5 is total. Okay, I do understand that. Overs are very, very high right now. Like, it seems like almost every game is going over, and if it goes under, you just have the worst of luck. Like me in that Hornets game last week, and me in the Memphis Grizzlies and Suns game the game before, and me also in the Orlando Magic and the Pistons game. I will take a step back from the totals. I think the numbers are getting really high right now. Every single game on the board has a total north of 234, except one. The Clippers and the Pelicans all the way down at 222.5. Oh, well, the Hawks and the Pacers have 232.5. But you see, all these are like really high totals. So I'm not there on the totals yet, because I think that it could be something like the Charlotte Hornets game, where you get a bunch of the Charlotte Hornets and the Magic game, where you get a bunch of points and then boom, it's just not enough because the total's set too high. So here's what I'm going to give to you. in this Cleveland Cavaliers game, I like Lonzo Ball to go over 4.5 assists in this game. Now, Kenny Atkinson, when they got Lonzo Ball in the offseason, praised him about his ball IQ, his decision making, his passing ability, and playmaking. He loves Lonzo Ball. He thinks Lonzo Ball can be that secondary ball handler for Darius Garland when Darius Garland is back in the lineup. He thinks that he can be able to pick the pace up, settle this team down, be an impact defensively. Lonzo makes plays. And unfortunately, he is under a minutes restriction, and they are relatively keeping his minutes at bay. But Zoe has been so good as a point guard and a playmaker. I wanted him for the New York Knicks, and that's what I was going to get behind. Uh, all those years ago before he got hurt, and I think it was when he was leaving New Orleans before he signed with Chicago. I was like, let's get Lonzo, let's get Lonzo, let's get Lonzo. We need a point guard. We need a point guard. We need a point guard. Well, we never got him, and he's playing like the point guard that I know he could be. In his 4 games this season, Lonzo Ball has gone over 4.5 assists all 4 times, 6, 8, 5, and 5. You look at the minutes that he's played in those times, 23, 22, well, 23, 23, 24. So he's basically around 23, 24 minutes, but he's averaging north of 5 assists here. Actually, 6 on the season, if we're being exact. So this is the type of game that I want Lonzo to play in against this Toronto Raptors team, because this Toronto Raptors team just likes to play fast and no defense. Fast and no defense. That is all they do. This Lonzo has the ability to, one, play the pick and roll. There's issues with the Raptors on the inside. They are the fifth worst team in the NBA in opponents' points in the paint. They don't have any bigs right now. They're kind of rolling Colin Murray Boyles out there. And while Colin Murray Boyles is actually pretty good, like he actually does look like a bad defender, he's just really undersized and he can't be your big. And unfortunately, they don't have Jakob available right now. They really don't have that true center that can help, that rim protector that can help clog the painted area. And the defense looks really, really bad because of it too. Well, they look bad before it, but they really look bad of it because of now. And so Lonzo can point that out. Lonzo can see that. Lonzo knows how to spot mismatches and able to get the ball to his target and rack up the assist. And so I think a fast-paced game plays in Alonzo's hand, but he can also slow the game down, pick them apart in the half court, get them in transition. And I think we're going to see and look up, and he's going to have those 5 assists again. This is the role that they brought him in for, and he's been flourishing with it through the first 4 games of the season. I think this line is too low, and I think Lonzo is in the realm for 5, 6, 7 assists today. So I like Lonzo Ball to go over 4.5 assists, minus 114. And with that, that will lead us to our second play of the day. It's going to be our hard rock bet of the day, and it's going to go on in that same game because I'm talking to you about Lonzo, and I'm talking to you about the Toronto Raptors, and I'm talking to you about how bad the Toronto Raptors are inside of the paint. Well, who is the ball going to go to today? Evan Mobley. That's the hard rock bet of the day. Give me Evan Mobley to go over 30.5 points and rebounds. Shout out to Hard Rock Bet for the bet. I like this play because, one, you look at the injury report and you have Jared Allen, who is questionable with a broken finger, by the way. Questionable with a broken finger. I mean, I could have a hangnail and I'm not trying to do anything. Questionable with a broken finger. And then Donovan Mitchell is also questionable. Now, Evan Mobley has been very, very good to this line when Donovan Mitchell was out of the lineup. You know, Donovan Mitchell missed some time last season, and Evan Mobley really kind of stepped up into that role as an additional scorer for this team and being able to help them and help them move the ball, especially with Darius Garland out too. So, like, if Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland missed this game, Evan Mobley pretty much can be the number one option. If we're being honest, like if there's no Darius Garland, no Donovan Mitchell, like Evan Mobley's pretty much the number one option here, especially in a game at home. So I'm looking at Evan Mobley. I'm looking at his 30.5 points and rebounds, and I'm saying, oh, well, last few games without Donovan Mitchell, he's been over this in 7 of those last 10 games that he's played without Donovan Mitchell. He's been very effective in those games. You add that there you could potentially, and it's a good chance you're not going to have Jared Allen in this game because of that broken finger. So now he's the primary center. He's the person that's down there fighting for the rebounds. He's going to be attacking them inside the paint because they don't have anybody with the size or stature to really guard him. So I think Evan Mobley is going to have a great day here today. I think he can have a good day even if Donovan Mitchell and Jared Allen do play, but I think he can have a great day if they don't play. So I'm going to take Evan Mobley to go over 30.5 points and rebounds. That is my hard rock bet play of the day. And so with that, I need you to remember, hey, if you don't have hard rock bet, go get hard rock bet because all you have to do is just bet $5. And if that $5 bet wins, you can get an additional $150 in bonus bets on top of your winnings. They also have the weekly parlay boost as well. So make sure you head over there and go download the Hard Rock Bet app. Okay, let's get into it. The last play I want to give out to you here is going to be a prop bet cheat sheet play, actually. Let's go to Karl-Anthony Towns of my New York Knicks going up against the Chicago Bulls. This is a prime matchup for Cat, especially after the dud, and I mean the complete dud that Cat put up against the Milwaukee Bucks, where I mean, was he out here getting cardio? Like, it didn't even. Come on, Cat. 8 points. Like, you gotta be better. I think he was like 2 for 12, 2 for 13, like something obnoxiously annoying like that. Like, Cat just gets on my nerves sometimes. What was it? Yeah, he was 2 for 12. I knew that right. He was 2 for 12. So Cat gets on my nerves sometimes, but this is a really, really good matchup for Cat here because the Chicago Bulls have been horrible to the center position this season. They are dead last in points allowed to the center position, giving up a 29.2 points per game. You had Sabonis go over his prop. You had Onyeka Okongwu go over his prop. You had Kristaps Porzingis go over. Jalen Duren went over. Beef Stew. Isaiah Stewart had 20. Come on, Beef Stew. Like, flew over his prop. So here's a get back spot for Cat where he's going to be able to take advantage. I think he can step outside and shoot the three, and he'll be able to pull Vucevic out of that painted area, force him to guard him on the 3-point line. And so he'll get a couple of looks from three that he'll be able to hit, but it's really the points inside the paint. The points inside the paint are going to be the key aspect for us in this game, because if you look at the numbers for the points inside the paint for the Chicago Bulls, they are one of the worst defending teams in terms of points in the paint. They are not stopping anybody inside. I want to say they are dead last. They are dead last, 30th in the NBA, giving up 63.5 points in the paint this season. That's where Cat can take advantage. Use your size, get down in the post, get to the rim, and get them easy. I think the Cat's going to have a great day here today. The prop bet cheat sheet agrees with me as well. Cat's points prop is at 21.5. The prop bet cheat sheet has him projected for 25.3, 70% cover probability, and a 5-star rating. So I'm going to lock in with Karl-Anthony Towns here. He's been over this points prop in 3 of his last 3 games against the Chicago Bulls, 46, 44, and 32. I think Cat's going to have a big day here today. He actually is a little bit of a ladder candidate here today as well. I wouldn't be surprised if Cat had some big 30-point, 35-point game against Chicago Bulls. He's done it before. So with that, there we go. Those are the plays that I have for you today. I got the hard rock bet of the day. Evan Mobley over 30.5 points and rebounds. And then Karl-Anthony Towns over 21.5 points, and Lonzo Ball to go over 4.5 assists. Let's get a 3-0 sweep here on a Friday. With that, I'm at reallyreal__. Make sure you give me a follow on X at BettingPros on X and TikTok at BettingPros, NFL on Instagram and YouTube.com/BettingPros. And with that, that's it. I have nothing else to say, nothing else to do. No other way of ending the podcast just going to do like this. Wait, also, last day of the month for you to get the Penny Hardaway signed Team USA jersey. Just drop a comment in the comment section. Make sure you're subscribed to Betting Pros. You'll have a chance to win that jersey. We'll give it out next week. And with that, that's it. I have nothing else to say, nothing else to do. No other way to end the podcast just going to do like this. We are out of here.